Are you a motivated, career-driven person? Want a career, not a job? Well, the Life Got Better Staffing Agency is just for you. Visit www.lgbstaffing.com and start your career today. We've partnered with the FSET program to help you get what you need. Classes offered at a discounted rate. Once classes are completed, we send you to work. It's that simple. Pay ranges from experience. Personal care workers, CNAs, etc. Our rates are lower than state average. Visit www.lgbstaffing.com. Attention, Marlon Hood. Make sure you tune in to Burnham and OG in the morning. It's the hottest new show, real talk, news you can use. Come and visit us, 102.5 FM The Post, or check us out on the Hitting Hard Radio app. Yeah.
We're going to talk about this on Get me down the road already. Yeah, for me, I prefer to be more strategic in my efforts because expending energy just to expend energy is a waste of time to me. Right. I gotta have some concrete results. I gotta have something that's gonna change the system. I don't want to just have body cameras that you can turn on and off if you choose to. I don't want to just have justice. Well, what's justice look like? Get that officer fired. That's not justice.
Fraction of it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's an
piece of a puzzle.
You know, I'm gonna put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound and say, I hope you survive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So this ain't gonna happen again.
There you go. What you gonna do to ensure I don't get shot the next time?
Right.
So
send your family to court for a year and a half and hope you get a settlement check. That ain't just.
Come on.
Exactly. So we come back in at 20.
We can come back in. That's all we want.
Huh?
We can come back in.
We come back in at 20. It's 11:15 now.
Yeah. Where y'all office located?
You know what BMO Bank is on MLK Drive in Center?
Okay.
Upstairs on the second floor.
Okay.
Nah. That's where Block is now. Little president. It's a church in there too.
When you was working for the UCLA, is it like?
I didn't work for ACLU.
Oh, you didn't work for them?
No, I retired from General Motors.
Okay.
Yes, ACLU. When I was on their board of directors.
Okay.
So it was another non-paid position.
Yeah.
But they do good work too, as far as folks guaranteeing them constitutional rights for everybody.
I see them a lot. They got representatives at all the marches. They be sitting there taking pictures, taking notes.
That's one of the things that they are strong on, ensuring that people's rights not being violated. Right now, they're considering a lawsuit down in Kenosha because they said the police were just arresting protesters and not the militia that was coming in, like that little white boy. Right.
White pass.
Doing a bottle of water.
Right. They said they should have been, if he had arrested him instead of doing that. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be people dead.
He was breaking the law. He was in violation of the curfew.
Right.
So
who was that? Was that the mayor, or was that the police chief that said, or the people wouldn't have got shot if
that was a Kenosha police chief?
But he's a racist in himself. They caught him on a statement that he made a couple of years ago about these 5 brothers that got caught stealing, shoplifting. And he said they should put them in jail for life. And because it shouldn't diminish his quality of life when folks go down the street and make 3, 4, 5, 10 babies. He said we should lock these thugs up for life.
Wow.
Yeah.
He in position.
And that's what I saw that. I think I posted that.
And that's one of the few cities that they refuse to wear body cams.
Well,
you gotta make them.
I mean, body cams are good to a point. And we're going to talk about that.
Right.
if you got the discretion to turn them off, what's the point?
They doing stuff right in front of them though.
Right.
Wait a minute, let me tell you a perfect example. Remember that guy they shot on 27th and North? They said he had killed his wife, his
Walgreens.
Walgreens, and they showed the body camera footage, but all you saw was the roof of Walgreens.
Yeah.
That's all you saw.
Right,
You
right,
just
right.
The camera is on. It's on the pivot.
Right.
They can just flip it up.
Yeah.
stop.
They got so much they can do with it. I believe they can just do this. You know what I'm saying?
It was on.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I had the flap of my shirt and covered it.
Right.
You know,
And whatever they say, they just go with it.
It has been some situations caught by body cam that made something happen.
Absolutely.
But it's not the cure like you said.
Absolutely.
It's a bigger band-aid, but it ain't the
And that's also the footage that we got to wait 2 years for.
This young boy that just got, they just showed that they had put a hood over him in March. A month, 2 months before George Floyd. In some joint out east. Now they're over there tearing stuff up right now. They outraged. This man died.
And they put a hood over him.
Because he was spitting. They knew that he had mental issues, right?
Right.
But they had handcuffed him, put his foot on his neck. Then they raised him up. He spit at him. They hooded him.
I think I saw. Yeah, I saw that. I know it.
They just released it like 2 days ago.
Right.
They're rioting right now.
Was that out in California?
No, it's out east in Providence. It ain't like a big city.
I'll tell those G's messed up when you see her like, which one?
Right, yeah.
One out
That's
of
what I'm
which style
saying.
is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
So
yeah,
many.
right. That's a shame.
Actually get confused.
Yeah.
So many.
And some of them be so similar, but be different.
Right.
Where it's like we get up to that one point, like it's like, no,
I'm
he ain't
sorry,
do
the
that
part.
one. Like, right, like, no, that one.
It's like police brutality. Get a diagram like Walmart do for their aisles. Everywhere you go, it's the same. Like you go in any Walmart, aisle 3 got the same stuff in it.
Right.
With the baton in his mouth. Here goes 5 of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy. And it just brings the light to the people that didn't know that this has been going on forever. And if anything, it's better now than it used to be. It's just cameras now.
And these videos, these cameras on his phone.
Exactly. It's so
okay.
convenient.
Now look, they showing this dude, he was out there marching with the cops. He's side by side
Yeah.
with them. You know what I'm saying?
With a rifle.
Right. They ain't asking
With
nothing.
an AR. 17.
17. Cross state lines. What is that?
What a gun.
I noticed that when that lawsuit got filed going back to Kenosha for them
1 minute, Joe.
curfew, that they lifted the curfew.
I ain't
At the
noticed
same time, the news reported the lawsuit getting filed for selective prosecution, so to say. They lifted the curfew.
I just noticed I can't find no more footage. The first night, I see like 10 different videos going. I can't find no more
Yeah,
footage.
is that
Night
myth or is
2,
that
3.
true? Do the police have something in their vehicles to jam our Facebooks and all that, or is that just so many people in the area on Facebook is messing with it?
The Stingray was the closest thing, but that was just to pick up your cell phone signals.
Was the Stingray the portable tower they was driving around
27
in their
years
car?
Yeah, but then they could locate you. That's
Exactly.
that's what they see how you was
10
killing
seconds.
them on that.
10 seconds, Joe. All right, we have it. Yeah.
Back, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Want to know the Fred Roy?
Yes, we're still in here with Mr. Fred Royal. He's been dropping knowledge on us, and we about
Only y'all can see the convo
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
the scenes. Stay
Yeah.
tuned, Saeed.
Yeah.
We gotta put some respect on his name.
Right.
President.
They missed all the good nuggets off the air.
Right. That's why you got to have the cameras rolling. I knew better to start my camera. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't missing none of that. We'll have some of that info for you because we need to get info out to the people. That's why we are here to do that. And we were talking about these cops and their body cameras off air and getting them prosecuted and seeing what we could do. And
And you made an interesting comment about as far as marching and the work that you're doing and the work that you're doing that's not the marching. You say you don't need to march because you're doing other work people don't see.
Well, I'm gonna say, I don't need to march, but one is not exclusive from the other. So the march brings attention to it, but everybody doesn't need to be a marcher. Some folks need to walk down to City Hall or to the courthouse or have conversations with the Fire and Police Commission and the Milwaukee Police Department. What we've been doing, the NAACP Milwaukee branch has been doing, has been heavily involved with the Department of Justice Collaborative Review when Chief Flynn had requested a voluntary review after Dontre Hamilton's shooting. Now, people don't understand when Michael Brown was shot in Ferguson, Missouri, he had convened a task force, and the task force was charged with coming up with a new model of policing. It's called the 21st Century Policing Model. This task force released this document on 2015. You can go online and find 21st Century Policing Task Force by Barack Obama and understand what we've been fighting for here in the city of Milwaukee is to change the entire mindset in policing culture from that of a warrior to a guardian. Now, fortunately, we have a Fire and Police Commission that is the actual boss, or sort of say the employer of our fire department and our police department. And in November of 2019, they directed the Milwaukee Police Department to sit down with the Community Collaborative Council and co-create a community-oriented policing standard operating procedure, meaning that community-oriented policing will be the only policing theory that Milwaukee Police Department will operate under, which is the fourth pillar of the Barack Obama's 21st Century Policing Task Force. So to change, when we talk about police reform, you have to change the culture of a police department. It doesn't happen overnight. And our community, when I say community-oriented policing, that means the community has to be involved in the entire process of policy making and oversight of the police department. It's not a we're gonna hire somebody, or we're gonna elect somebody, or we're gonna appoint somebody to do this for us. We have to be committed to be at the table from here until eternity, because we know that people will revert back to their old behaviors as soon as you quit looking.
Right, that's important. We need to be involved more than just complaining amongst each other. We have to be involved in the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I always said, even on the show, that we need somebody doing some legislation. We need somebody doing some actual, work besides what's going on in the street. We need the footwork going down, but we need somebody pushing the paper and the pen along. You know what I mean?
I see they work hand in hand. Like there's no point in the marches if you're not doing legislation. You know what I mean? If you're not trying to push something as an actual change, this is what we want. Here go the paperwork.
Right.
Get this pushed. Then you marching over here for just to be heard.
You marching for a noble cause. You trying to bring justice to somebody that has been abused and or killed, and you're trying to bring some resolution for that family. That's fine, but I want to prevent the next family from having to go through that same process.
Right, because if nothing's being changed, then
it's going to happen again.
And it's going to be overlooked again.
It's going to happen again.
Neglected, being treated as
So folks don't understand, the NAACP was formed because people were tired of seeing Negroes hung.
Right.
When they say a black man was lynched today, that's why the NAACP was formed.
Right.
And right now today, the lynching is law enforcement officers summarily executing brown and black men and women in the streets.
Right.
It's the same lynching.
Right. Right. You're right. It's no different, and they justify it, and they do it right in front of us as to say, okay, we could see a terrible video, and then we see, okay, they decided not to charge the officers, so it's like they justifying it.
But even if they do charge the officer, they're trying to change the narrative of saying we are anti-police.
Right, right.
We're anti being summarily killed without